Good evening, morning, or night, fellow Sky Kids. Back at it again with your daily dose of seasonal candle that is in the Daylight Prairie today. More specifically, the Sanctuary. We also have to bow out a player and relive any spirit's memories here as well. I want to grab my torch real quick and become chibi as well. That's hairstyle, not masks. Alright, here is our first seasonal candle, right on the left of the arch out of the social area, on your way out of the social area. Doubling back to make sure I didn't miss any real quick. Alright, let's continue along. Our second season candle is right here, next to the path to the bird nest, which then leads to Sanctuary. It is, yeah, it's just right here next to that. Our third one is right here at the very end of the butterfly fields, which is the area we're in now. And that goes straight to the village. And then our last one is inside of the butterfly cavern. And the memory we're going to relive, this person has the same idea, is right here. We're just going to go ahead and relive the butterfly charmer's memories. Once again, you can relive any spirit memory in the prairie. It does not matter which one. Let's take this chance to bow at a player. There we go. You can just find any random, or you can go to Geyser, or you can do it while at Granny. There's always a bunch of people there at those times. Alright, we gotta ride a giant manta in Sanctuary, and then we also have to visit the Geyser in Sanctuary. So with that, I am actually gonna go candle run the caves and get to Sanctuary that way. But I'm going to skip to where we're actually in Sanctuary. So, I'll see you in just a moment. Okie dokie, fellow Sky Kids. I have finished my candle run of everywhere else in the prairie except for Sanctuary. So that is where we're going, and we are also going to do the quest, obviously. That is why you're watching this video, isn't it? Anyway, it is straight back from the temple, and this is called like the village or something like that. Prairie Village, I think. You go straight back, and there are two things, maybe three. One of them goes to the cave, one of them goes to the butterfly fields, and one of them goes to the bird nest, which is the transition into Sanctuary. The far one on the left, as I was trying to explain, that I went to, goes to the bird nest, and that's how I remember where it's at. It's the one on the far left, when you're heading back from the temple. But yeah, this is the bird's nest that I was talking about. If you want to skip forward about 5 minutes. Oh no, probably not 5 minutes. Probably just like a few seconds. Until you see me in Sanctuary. That is where your quests are. I just wanted to make sure people knew how to get there. Although there are multiple ways to get there. Or technically to get here at... it's hard to explain. And I definitely messed up my candle run of this area a little bit. Excuse me. Oh, I guess I did already get that one. Whoops. I have a feeling I missed something, but oh no. On to Sanctuary, where we will visit the polluted geyser and ride a giant manta. And I'll also explain what the geyser event is, just in case you don't know, once we get there. But we can already see our giant manta over there flying around the big main mountain. It looks like an old volcano to me. But yeah, you see that giant manta just right in front of us there to our right. That is circling the mountaintop. That is the daily quest to ride that one. That specific manta. Considering it does say it's a giant manta in Sanctuary, so. Let's go and grab that. We have gotten the perfect path. Nope. Alright. He's gonna spin around and around and around, so I'm gonna go over the top of the mountain. And instead of trying to chase him, I'm gonna kind of meet him in the middle here and get in front of him. Right like that. And this is a timed quest, so we gotta wait a little bit. And collect my seasonal candles that I've collected. It stopped going up, so I'm going to position myself closer to the manta to try to get it to work. Well, do not click A while you're riding the manta unless you want it to send you flying. You just gotta try to keep close to it and make sure your timer on your left is still going up. Alright. With that, we will separate from the manta. Okay. Let's go. Geyser is on the other side. Well, there's a bunch of geysers, but their one specific geyser is on the other side because I remember that little bell tower temple or whatever you want to call it right there. And there are those bird statues. And if I am not mistaken, geyser is on this left side of those bird statues. If you're above them on the mountain. Yes. You know it's the correct geyser because you'll be able to find all these plants here. And the daily quest will complete as well. But, geyser happens every other hour. Depending on your time zone, it's either going to be every even or every odd hour. And it's technically at that hour 05. So, for example, on my end, it happens every odd hour. So at like 9:05, 10:05, 1:05, etc. There's also two other events that go along with Geyser, and that is Granny and Turtle. Granny happens right after Geyser, but like instead of 05, it's at 35. That's when it starts. So like 9:35, 11:35, etc. And Turtle is right after Granny. So after Granny, you want to head back to here, the Sanctuary. And Turtle actually occurs over there, in front of me. He'll spawn in the water that's in front of me, between those islands and this big main island here. And he'll wander around, and there'll be a bunch of seashells in the water. And there's also a trench that the seashells will be in. But, hopefully that was helpful explaining the events to you. If you did not need that, well, kudos to you. You have learned much. But yeah, with that, we have got everything done. Oh man, I forgot to invite a spirit. If you're like me, who always forgets to yeah, excuse me, I'm so sorry about that. But if you're like me and always forget to invite a spirit, you can still just use seasonal candles to unlock the progression with them, just like you used to be able to. That new way of doing it, to invite them and follow you, and that is kind of still new. And it's okay if you want to save your seasonal candles, but it's definitely not necessary, if that makes sense. Ultimately, it's up to you how you want to unlock your friendship trees with the seasonal spirits. But with that, I do bid you a good day, a good week, a good month, and a good year. Thank you so much for watching and letting me help you today. And bye-bye.